Hey, Mark, good afternoon. They're just wrapping up the morning session here at the track as testing about 3 hours worth got underway. Will Power, we got him just out of the car here getting back to grab some lunch and see where the afternoon goes. What was the most important thing for you guys to get done today out there?
Just some development items that we've done over the winter. Obviously, if you see the Chevy's got different looking rear wing package or on top of the rear pods. A few other things. I think we got through most of what we wanted to. The weather's looking a little bit dodgy right now, but it's just really nice to get back out there, honestly. It's very windy, which affects these cars a lot, but it's just nice to be cruising around Indy at the 220 mile an hour.
Yeah, anytime, April or May, we'll take it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. Get to lunch, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Cheers, thank you.
That's good. Will Power, winner of the Grand Prix race last year. Of course, we'll talk more about that coming up as we're just 5 weeks away from kind of the opening weekend here at the track. Let's take a look at some of the video from the early part of the day here. One of the big stories, James Hinchcliffe getting back in the car. Of course, James with that bad wreck last May and has kind of come full circle back around now, recovering from those injuries, getting back to racing here this first part of the IndyCar season and back on the Indy Oval here as the month of April gets started. And these teams here out here really kind of a Firestone test day today. But the aero kits, you mentioned Will mentioning the aero kits out here, Chevy and Honda making some tweaks to those, both on top of the car and underneath as well, that we'll talk a great deal more about in the weeks ahead. We had a chance to catch up with Graham Rahal toward the end of this morning's session, trying to find some speed in his Honda, having a little bit of frustration with it today, but progress being made here on what is essentially day one.
It's tough. I mean, you got 40+ mile-an-hour winds. That's not good conditions here, particularly with the Honda, with the engine cover we have with the big fin on the back. It sucks up the wind. Any crosswind definitely hits us very hard. So, at the end of the day, we're going to look at some little aero stuff. We're trying to set ourselves up for some future testing that we have coming up and just try to improve the steak and shake machine, the little bits that we can for when we come back in May.
We had pretty much all the big teams were out here today. Penske, Ganassi. We saw Ed Carpenter's team here as well. Andretti, AJ Foyt's car was out here as well. And there goes Simon Pagenaud. Give us a wave. SP finishing up his first part of the day here for Team Penske as well. Well, here's some more from these guys. We see a couple of raindrops out here, so they might be done for the day at this point as the weather kicks in, but we'll have more for you coming up later today on RTV6. Live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on the road to 100, Brad Brown for RTV6.